about to see, but this is an interesting as filter. Who is going to actually fuck it? Hey, is it started? Oh, it has started already. I was playing with the filters for a whole minute. I didn't even know that the video had started. Well, we are a minute and 13 seconds in. So you know that I literally, I don't know if you can tell. I could tell looking at me that I literally just woke up. And so I did get up already, of course, obviously, and go to the ladies' room. And then I took my vitamins and hydrated this butter. I'm excited what my hydrated body is going to feel like a week from now. I don't even think it's going to take a week. I think it's going to take like 72 hours. 72 hours of proper hydration, I feel, is going to make a significant difference. And it doesn't mean like, oh, after the 72 hours, I stop being consistent. No, that's just like the restart. Because I know, like, I've meditated and I like asked like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do for this body, right? And my body is currently in recovery status, and I've been focusing my attention on it, as well as, of course, my inner self development. And man, I it's not been feeling great. But I've had a very, very refreshing soul to soul, heart to heart conversation with a very close friend of mine. And I'm just really excited how the friendship has developed. Now, there's certain things that me and her did not talk about because we were so deep in our conversation, and she's overcoming a little bug, so I know she had to get some rest herself. But I had decided to get some rest because my body just was aching the crap out of me. And you think I would have stayed rested, right? Make sure no titties pop out. I ain't see no nipple, right? Good thing I'm on this filter right here. I'm curious to see what it even looked like if I took the filter off, but I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But I'm curious though. Anyway, if you don't know nothing about SupaTea Podcast Show, you should know that. Well, if you know me personally, you already know how I feel about clothing. Any hoots though. Um, yeah, I had decided to take the day off yesterday and rest. Like it wasn't even a premeditated decision. It was like I was preparing to have this a regular Wednesday. I even had some goals listed out for me to accomplish because I have projects and papers and a whole bunch of stuff that's due because it's only a few weeks left of school, and I got to get all that stuff done in this amount of time. And so I had mapped it out Tuesday, like, okay, blah, 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 this is cool, I got this, you know? And then yesterday I got up and decided, oh, I need to give some attention to my body, you know? So let me do the stretch that came to me. Thank you, universe. Let me do the stretch. It is an effective stretch because I feel it. And oh my God, I did that stretch. I did and put on my electric things, and then my body was like, "Yep, you're not going nowhere." And I mean, I'm making light of it, but it was really painful afterwards. And I just cried and lay down, and I was just like, God, I want to do stuff. Like I want to go to school. I want to practice. I don't want my professor to feel like, I'm not taking it serious because I really am. It's just I have all this other stuff that's going on. And this physical stuff is like the biggest thing. Well, it's the main thing, because it requires me to physically go and move, and not only moving and traveling and commuting, but also um, exercising and doing things that's going to help the to get the pain away, you know, and then I also have stuff to do around the house, and it annoys me because I want it done. Before it didn't really annoy me, but now it annoys me. Um, it's a lot. Um, but I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out, and I shared with her, and she just was so encouraging. Like, you're doing the right thing, keep it up, because the fact that I'm feeling extra pain now means that my muscles are tearing and repairing. So that's a good thing because I want them to tear and repair in order to gain strength, and also in order for them to lengthen. Those two things, strengthening and lengthening my muscles, are so advantageous to my body, to my physical body. It's just we're talking about decades and then trauma. So there's probably the actual muscle before it was traumatized probably was already weak and short and possibly atrophied a bit, and then trauma hit it. So now that's a lot. That's a lot on a physical body. It takes patience, it takes time, it takes consistency, and importantly, it takes nutrients. And the nutrient part, I kind of been like, not so hyper focused like I've been this last 30 days. Last 30 days have been hyper focused on the nutritious part. And the one thing that was missing was the hydration. So now that the hydration is there, I'm expecting results, baby. But I wanted to get on here. This is the Super T Podcast Show. And I know people think I be gossiping about other people, but I don't. I be gossiping about myself. And if I do mention somebody else, it's the interaction I had with them. Um, the interaction, again, I had. You know, um, it, I love everybody, but, I ain't that concerned. I'm really hyper focused, especially at this point in time with my body feeling the way it does, or getting the pain away. I want it gone, and I know what it's gonna take because I've already meditated, prayed about it. I know what it's gonna take. So I gotta just stay with it, and I'm grateful to have people who get it. She's many miles away, but she gets it. And I have other loved ones who get it too. So that's such a blessing to have. Um, but this school stuff and this life stuff and this socializing stuff is fun. It's fun. It's interesting. So I did rest for the majority of yesterday, and then something in my spirit was like, I go do something that I've been putting off for who knows. I haven't had a pedicure in 6 months. Uh, so I'm like, okay, let me go do that. I only go to one place, and I will travel to it. And that's what I did. I traveled to it. It's in another town, but it's not far. Like, if I was physically feeling up for it, I probably would have just taken the train. But I really wasn't, so I didn't take the train. But next time, I'm probably going to take the train. Um, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Because honestly, the taxi ride was much less than what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like $25, and it wasn't. It was like 17. You know. So maybe the train there. Maybe uh, I cut my nails. These things is sharp. Let me catch it. They're not long, but they sharp. I catch a little itch. And next thing I know, I got a whole scratch on my body. Like, what the hell? Anyway, I just felt it. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna have an itch like regular people and not actually scratch my skin when it's just an itch. Anyway, random thought. Um, so yeah, that's anyway. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna go more often because I absolutely love this freaking town. I don't know what it is about this town, but I love it. It's like the vibe there at this town is everybody's welcome. Nobody's bothering nobody, and there's so many different diverse people there. I noticed yesterday that there when I had some chicken wings. I did my pedicure. You know, their prices is correct. Like what the heck? Like, yeah. Anyway, though, um, I noticed yesterday like they have a large community. I would say large community, but they have a community of adults with developmental disabilities, and you know, they're on their own. You know, it takes them a little while, but the business owners are patient. Because they know what the demographics are there. So like I witnessed at the Chinese restaurant, the people that work there be extremely patient. I have no clue how long these people were deciding on their food before I got there because they were there before me. But I know, like, I came in, I placed my order, they were still deciding, at the counter, and the people were patient. When I walked in, the people were patient. They didn't have like an annoyed look on their face. They just were so patient, and I was like, I love this. I love this type of atmosphere, and like I will always shop there in this town with businesses like that because that's how a business should be. That's how business should be. You shouldn't be rushing people and catching attitudes at places of business when you are people, the employees there that are there to provide the services or the products to others. Like, and I get that if you're tired and all, I get that. Like, you're a human being, I get that. I totally get that. That is different than just having straight annoyance just because. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I will travel to shop because for me, customer service is huge. It's huge. It's huge. I could go somewhere. I don't care if they have the best of the best of the best of the best. If their customer service is sucky, they won't get me no more. Or they will rarely get me. There's only a few exceptions, and that's like good ass food. But still, that depends. That depends, because I will get just one thing. Whereas if your customer service was up to par, I probably would have tried everything by now. But no, yeah. And then if you got various customer service, some people who work there got good customer service, other people don't. Yeah, don't expect Miss Bay to be there frequently. But so something's kind of been. It hasn't really been on my mind, but it did cross my mind, and my vibration, and broke my mind, my vibration, and then I just kind of like got rid of it. Like, or thought I got rid of it. Was like, get out of here, you intrusive thought. Get on out of here. But interesting enough is that my my very talented cousin, 'cause she's talented and gifted. When I say talented and gifted, I'm not just talking about like on a superficial level. I'm talking about on a deeper level, on a more profound level, on a spiritual level. You know, I just think it runs in our bloodline, having certain gifts. She seen a picture, and she made a comment, and then I was like, oh my god, like how she picked that up all the way over there. So then it kind of gave me the idea, like that the energy that I had picked up and the thoughts that I had. I don't, and sometimes I struggle with certain thoughts because I don't know whether they are, if I'm being receptive to an energy or if I am projecting an energy. Like, is this me? Because I do know me now. And it's possible because I've done some projection before, so it's just me. So I just be like trying to observe and see if it's me, you know. But the fact that she picked it up without me even having a conversation about it was like, and I couldn't really have a conversation. I mean, I could have a conversation about it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel it would be a better conversation to have with the friend that I was talking to yesterday. We just didn't get there, you know, because we were so deep. We were so freaking deep, and we didn't even get to like anything surface wise, you know. And this is kind of a surface thing, sort of, you know. So here it goes. I have a weird crush again. You know, I always get weird crushes, and I'm the crusher. You know, like I had a weird crush several months ago, and it was intense. Like it was very intense. I was like, whoa, you know. But I eased on down the road, and I could feel while I was going through that intense interaction, I could feel my heart, my love. I want to call him the love of my life. I could feel the love of my life like pulling me, and it was a weird sensation. Cause it's like, what are you pulling me for? What the hell? What's going on here? We don't even have typical conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Leave me alone. You don't want me. Like, I'm over here now. You know. But then I realized that that crush is in a union already. It's in a sacred union, and you know, some people are comfortable um, in the side chick arena, and I don't knock nobody. I don't judge nobody, but I don't feel like I have that type of characteristics. You know, it's a hat that perhaps I could wear, but I don't have those characteristics. You know, and oh no, I don't. I've tried it before. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. What's going on with this phone? Can you hear me? All right, I moved a bit because my hand was like going. This is gonna be a very interesting super tea episode. So anyway, yeah, it doesn't work. So once I realized that they have a main, and not only do they have a main, but they have a main and a baby on the way, I was like, yeah, there won't be no sneaking links over here. You know, that's the position for somebody else. You know, somebody much younger and more, you know, comfortable with that position. Period. Like I know that I'm all the way good. So I got out of that circumference and I got back to, you know, just really focusing on moi and adjusting to this new body of mine as I'm healing it and recovering from trauma, from accidents. I'm also maturing, you know, as a lady, as a woman. So it's going through a whole bunch of hormonal shit. Whole bunch, whole bunch, whole bunch, whole bunch. And with that being said, yeah, I'm adjusting to a lot. And so this recent, I dare say crush, you know, I don't know what to say, but just like they're just their persona is just like, and then their physique, and then their style, and I'm just like, ooh, 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 ooh. And I know I could, you know, and I feel like they would, and I think it would just disrupt a lot of stuff, and I'm not a disruptor like that. I don't think I am, you know. So I've been avoiding them. But it's not easy. It's not hard to avoid them because it wasn't like I was interacting with this person on a regular basis. There's opportunity um, because there was something that I desired to have, and it was like, oh, I got you, and I was just like, yeah, I don't think so. Like I want to say yes, but I have to first of all be realistic. Like, can I maintain this thing that I desire to have? It's an object. You know, I'm not gonna go into details because I feel like if I go into complete details, then people could mathematically put together, or at least that individual could mathematically, because it was a private conversation, put together what I, who I'm talking about. They'd be like, ooh, no, she don't. Like, ooh, I don't know why I do, but I do. I am at the age of wisdom where I know damn well better, so I ain't gonna, put myself in a compromising position, you know. But and I was good, I was so good. I'm so proud of myself. I was so good, but it was like, cause see, I'm the type of person where I will feel certain chemistry and I'll acknowledge it physically, and then I'll be like having a whole conversation with parts of me, internally, like you know, no. But it's interesting because that that interaction happened. What's today? Today's Thursday, almost a week ago, and again, I felt it. I acknowledged myself, and then I let it go. And then just now, as I was just here minding my business, I seen the picture that my cousin seen, and she commented on so fervently, like, "Oh, that's your new boo? Oh no, that's not your new boo." And I was like, "Why would she say that?" Well, all the people, it was like it wasn't just two people in there, so why would she say that? You know, I don't know. And I was like, girl. And I didn't go no further with her about it, but when I saw it again, I felt something again, and I was like, I need to talk about this. Who am I talk about this to? Definitely gonna talk about this with my counselor, aka therapist. Um, I'm gonna talk about it with her. Like, girl, what do I do? Plus, I need to talk with her. Period. We catch up every week. We catch up. So maybe I'll see her today. Um, but yeah, I'm like, what the heck? This is strange. And then now I know details that makes it. I know details that makes it so easy to happen, and I'm just like, no. I want the love of my life. I don't want no substitutes. And I don't know what the heck is happening. Hey, one person who popped in. We're 22 minutes in. I don't know who you are, but welcome to the SupaTea Podcast Show. Here we promote freedom. They gone. Maybe they gone. I don't know if that little icon up there is accurate or not. But here at the SupaTea Podcast Show, we promote freedom and we promote living fearless. And I am not your typical anything, but I do have many hats. Um, so yeah, that's what I desire. I desire my own secret union, you know. And although in the meantime, between time, I could be, you know, I could be entertaining others. And my experience of dating recently is like, because people, I have a certain type of energy, and it doesn't seem like, like if I date, it's just like the guys are kind of like, just like, okay, let's continue. It's like latch on right away. And it's just like, hold up, wait a minute. I know my energy feels great. Thank you, but let's take our time. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I decided to stop dating for the time period unless, I actually get invited on a date that ain't like trying to rush, But I really do want to focus on my sacred union. And I came upon about a week ago so much information that really just, I already care for the person, but I didn't know they were experiencing these things. But I wanted to know, because I want to know what's going on. Like when you care about somebody, you want to know what's going on, and they don't really communicate um, the way I would like them to communicate. But I put it out there that I wanted to know, and so now I know. Like I know certain things that I didn't know. I knew only the surface, the surface of um, individuals passing away. And I just assumed it was because of their age and, maybe perhaps health issues. Um, I didn't realize that there were other individuals close to them and in their line of duty, in their line of work, that were committing suicide. Like, what? That shit is deep to me, And I didn't realize that because that's deep. That's deep. That's deep, you know. Um, and it just made me more compassionate and also understand um, the emotional things that they have been carrying. And, you know, so with that being said, I'm going to be more supportive. I am going to a function. I have no idea what I'm going to wear to this function, but I'm going to this function and it should be fun. I know it's going to be fun, and it's just going to be my way of being supportive to um, to individuals, period, in general, who are experiencing that type of grief. That's a different type of grief. Grief is grief, but there's types of grief. I feel like I have already experienced the worst type of grief as a parent, losing a child, but then as a friend, with a friend that goes through that, that's grievous too. You know, that's grievous too. And of course, losing a parent, I went through that. That's grievous. That's a different type of grief. So it's different types of grief. And I just want to be supportive and remind people that are still here physically to keep on going and do their very best. And don't worry about competing or going at somebody else's pace, but to continuously go as their spirit leads them to go moving forward. So, with that being said, I feel better now that I have released because I think it's important to release. I think that you shouldn't hold in emotions. So, this is a way that I release because this is a safe space here. This platform is a safe space, but I also utilize my journals, and paint, so I don't suppress. It may seem like I'm suppressing because I will not immediately respond to certain things, but trust me, I ain't gonna hold it in either. it's, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Anyway, thank you for tuning into the SupaTea Podcast Show. It's been an interesting episode for me. I have my day to start, and this phone is sorry. Um, but peace and toodles. And thank you for tuning in. And make sure you click the links in the bio. Thank you.